The night was supposed to be perfect. Golden lights sparkled above the Carter mansion's garden, laughter filled the crisp evening air, and the smell of champagne and roses floated through the air. My family had spared no expense for my father's 60th birthday party, a grand celebration meant to show unity, wealth, and love. But beneath those glittering smiles, I knew the truth. Our family was built on secrets, and tonight, one of them was about to destroy me. I'm Lydia Carter, 28 years old, a corporate lawyer, and the so-called black sheep of the Carter family. My cousin Vanessa, the golden girl, made sure everyone saw me that way. She was stunning, manipulative, and had a smile so perfect it could hide a dagger. And tonight, she was planning something. I could feel it. I walked through the crowd, my emerald green dress hugging me like armor. My mother, as usual, whispered, "Try to behave tonight, Lydia. Don't make a scene. Your father's friends are here." I forced a polite smile. "Don't worry, Mom. I'll be the picture of grace." But inside, my stomach churned. Because I knew Vanessa had invited Ethan, my ex-boyfriend, the man she'd stolen from me a year ago, to this very party. I spotted him near the bar, tall and smug, holding Vanessa's hand like a prize. She looked over her shoulder at me, her red lips curling into a smirk. "Oh, Lydia, you made it. I was hoping you would. After all, it wouldn't be a family party without drama." I clenched my fists, swallowing the anger burning in my throat. "Don't worry, Vanessa. I'm not here for drama." "Good," she said sweetly, "because you've had enough of that, haven't you? After what happened with your job?" "And Ethan." Her voice carried just loud enough for nearby guests to hear. They looked away awkwardly, pretending not to notice, but I saw their smirks. That was Vanessa's game, public humiliation disguised as polite conversation. Later that evening, as speeches began, I stood quietly near the back, nursing a glass of champagne. My father stood at the microphone, thanking everyone for coming. The chandeliers above glowed warmly, but my thoughts were cold and sharp. Then, just as the toast ended, Vanessa's voice rang out from the crowd. "Uncle Richard! Don't forget Lydia's surprise." Everyone turned toward me. My father blinked. "Surprise?" Vanessa smiled sweetly, stepping forward with her phone in hand. "Oh, just a little something Lydia prepared for everyone. A video presentation, right, Lydia?" My heart dropped. I hadn't prepared any video. Before I could speak, the screen behind the stage flickered on. And there, in front of our entire family, co-workers and business partners, a series of photos appeared. Me, at a bar with friends, laughing, drinking, one picture of me with my arm around a male colleague. Then her voice played over the speakers. "Seems our Lydia's been enjoying herself a bit too much since losing her job. What a Carter legacy." Jay gasps echoed through the crowd. My father's face turned red. My mother looked like she wanted to sink through the floor. Vanessa just stood there, hand on Ethan's chest, pretending to act concerned. "Oh no, was that not supposed to play? I must have hit the wrong file," she said innocently. The humiliation was complete. Everyone was whispering. Some were even recording. I took a deep breath, blinking back tears, then slowly smiled. She thought she had won. But Vanessa had no idea. I had come prepared too, because what she didn't know was that I had discovered her secret 2 weeks ago, something she'd been hiding from the entire family. And I had proof. I looked at her across the garden, still smiling sweetly, and whispered to myself, "You wanted a show, Vanessa? You're about to get one." For a few seconds, the garden was silent, the kind of silence that feels heavy, sharp, alive. Everyone's eyes were on me, waiting for a reaction. Vanessa tilted her head, pretending to look sorry. "Oh, Lydia, I really didn't mean to embarrass you like that. You know I love you." Her fake concern made bile rise in my throat, but instead of snapping, I smiled, slowly, calmly. "It's okay, Vanessa. I understand. You just made a mistake." She blinked, confused by my tone. "See, everyone," I said loudly enough for the crowd to hear. "Vanessa's such a kind cousin, always looking out for the family." Laughter rippled uneasily. People weren't sure if I was joking or losing it. Then I turned toward the projector. Actually, since we're sharing surprises tonight, I do have a video of my own. The blood drained from Vanessa's face. Lydia, what are you— Oh, come on, I said, smiling. You started it. Let's make it fair. I walked up to the laptop near the stage, the one controlling the screen. With one click, I replaced her leaked video with another file, one I had prepared just in case. The screen flickered again. A photo appeared, Vanessa and a man sitting together in a car. The man's face wasn't clear at first, until the next image showed it plainly, my father's business. Partner, Mr. Jonathan Hale, married, twice. Vanessa's age, a collective. Gasp rippled through the garden. Vanessa froze, her champagne glass slipping from her hand and shattering against the marble floor. Lydia, turn it off, now! But I didn't, because the next clip had audio. Vanessa, Jonathan's voice said, if your uncle finds out about this, we'll both lose everything. The crowd murmured louder. Phones came out. Someone even gasped. That's Richard Carter's partner. Vanessa lunged forward, grabbing my arm. Stop it! You're ruining my life. I met her eyes coldly. You should have thought about that before you tried to ruin mine. My father's voice finally thundered through the chaos. Enough. Both of you, enough. But it was too late. The whispers had turned to full-blown gossip. The press, the guests, everyone had seen it. I turned to face my father, my voice steady. You told me to behave tonight, Dad, to protect the family's image. I did, but maybe it's time you saw who's really been damaging it. He stared at Vanessa, his beloved niece, like he didn't recognize her. Vanessa, is this true? She stammered. Uncle Richard, it's not what it looks like. He cut her off. Save it. And with that, he walked off the stage, humiliated. The party was over. Later that night, I stood alone on the balcony, watching the guests leave in stunned silence. Ethan approached me, his face pale. Lydia, you didn't have to go that far. I turned toward him. You helped her humiliate me. You both did. She said it was just a joke. Then maybe you should have realized I don't play those kinds of jokes. He looked down, ashamed. You got what you wanted, he muttered. She's ruined. I stared out at the night sky, my voice low but sharp. No, Ethan, I didn't want her ruined. I just wanted the truth to be seen. The next morning, the Carter family name was trending, for all the wrong reasons. Business articles, gossip blogs, leaked videos. My phone buzzed nonstop. Vanessa had gone silent. Her perfect image shattered in hours. Jonathan Hale had resigned from the company, and for once my father didn't lecture me. He just quietly asked, was it worth it? I looked him straight in the eye. Yes, because she tried to destroy me in front of everyone, and I made sure she'll never forget that I'm not the one to humiliate. Weeks later, as life began to calm, I walked into my office, promoted back to my old position, my name cleared, my dignity restored. A single bouquet of white lilies sat on my desk. No card, no name, but the note inside read, You taught them what happens when truth meets pride. A friend. I smiled, because in the end I didn't just get revenge. I got justice, and that night at the family party was the first time the Carters saw who I really was. Not the black sheep, but the wolf they should never have provoked.